All right.
Here with
Jose.
head coach Brian Dunn from UT Martin. In your fifth season with the Skyhawks, your team's picked to finish third this year. Last year, your team made it to the semifinals of the OVC championships. How has last year's finish fueled your team in the offseason and preparing for this season?
Uh, yeah, I think it's made us hungry. I think we had a bitter taste last year. I mean, we lost 1-0 in the winners bracket final, uh, and that was when we had to turn around right after that and play an SIUE team who'd we beaten every game all year, and it was a gut punch, and they couldn't get back up, and that kept us from getting in the championship game. But I think what we learned through that run in the OVC championships was that like we have a very good team. I think our kids finally realized, hey, we've got a nice squad here.
And having that type of squad and that kind of experience, and kind of what's the outlook for this year's squad?
We return all the starters but two, and we feel like we have a strong team, and we feel like we like our position. We like where we sit, and last year was the first time UT Martin had ever been picked preseason number one, and I don't know how it went, but we did play a very tough non-conference schedule last year. We lost to Notre Dame 8-7, lost to Ole Miss 1-0 in games that just off the top of my head, we lost a lot of one-run games last year. So I think we learned a lot from that, and I think we'll use that to our advantage this year.
Okay. What are some of the strengths coming in? Remembering last year in the on the first day of the tournament, your team was extremely potent offensively, and on the second day, even though, like you said, you dropped a couple games, your pitching and your defense were still spectacular.
Yeah, I think if you look at the OVC stats, I mean, I think we were number one in defense. We were number two in offense, and maybe we were number three or four in pitching. We've always had, in the time I've been here, our offense we've put up three or four top 5 years in the history of the program. Defensively, we've had the four top years in the program's history. It's just, it's just matching everything together. And we've also had some awesome pitching. We just haven't put it together at the right times. And I really feel like, we've been learning a lot. We have an older team. We have 10 seniors, and a lot of that has to do with COVID. I mean, this is the last group of COVID kids, and many of these kids could have already graduated or already have graduated. And so it's quite a large senior class that really is hungry.
What has been the benefit of having a lot of players, like you said, that are extra season with COVID, in the sense of building the program as well as you know passing on some information and knowledge to the freshmen or the newcomers.
Well, as you know, in any walk of life, whether it's softball or working anywhere, experience is a big factor. Experience is a big factor, especially in sports, and these kids have seen it all. I mean, they've seen it all. I think we've won two games at the conference tournament the last 2 years. We would have qualified in 21 if they had a normal year, uh, and we had a team that could have won it in 21. Anybody can win that tournament. It's always harder in a lower spot, but so we've had a team that showed up for the tournaments. We just haven't won them yet. So I think the
Okay,
experience will pay dividends.
so we're gonna dive in a little bit more on that, and you're gonna put you on the hot seat here of basically. So, what is that
Okay.
one thing that your team may need to win the OVC championship this year? Maybe continue on through NCAAs.
Well, I mean, look at last year. It was a timely hit. We played that EIU game. It was 1-0. They got I don't know what you know about the game. They got a bloop single with two outs in the top of the seventh. One of those that you couldn't throw better. It goes over the shortstop like a foot over her arm as she's backpedaling, drop stepping and running. We didn't get that hit, and we had runners on base. So it comes down to the timely hit, playing that great defense, which we've played, and having that pitching that keeps you in it. our pitching started slow last year. I mean, we ran into a situation where we had trouble throwing strikes. We had trouble throwing strikes, and then that got sorted out. And when that got sorted out, we became a pretty difficult opponent. So we should carry that
Coach,
into this year, is our hope.
okay. Well, Coach, finally, if you could just tell me a little bit about your schedule and how, and the idea in constructing it to help you build for this season.
I feel like we've got some difficult opponents. I mean, we head south, we go to Troy. We've got Troy, Samford, and UNA. We're playing a lot of opponents we haven't played recently on the schedule, just trying to get some different looks. I think our second tournament is in Nashville, but we're playing some opponents we have not seen in a while: Western Michigan, Indiana State, and St. Louis. And then we head to Chattanooga and play 5 teams we did not have on the schedule last year. They're all, good opponents. And then we head to Memphis. That's the only opponent in the first 4 preseason tournaments that we actually played last year. So we're really trying to get a different look, get a different feel. And we only get the 4 tournaments because our conference starts early. And, we're hoping that's enough, but I think it should tell us who needs to be playing and who's ready to go and get into that conference.
Well, Coach, we appreciate everything. We wish you the best of luck on the season.
Thank you very much, guys. Have a great one.